Hi, my name is Linnea, and I am thankful and honored to be here to share some of my testimony with you all. Dr. Peg asked me to come and share, and I hope that this will be a blessing to you. In my life, I've gone through several tragic, devastating, disappointing situations that I had to overcome. One being I was a single mom. I was married, and unfortunately in that marriage it was a very abusive relationship. It definitely was not what I thought that it was going to be. In that relationship I was able to have a beautiful daughter, and there definitely, I can say, was some good that came out of it, and we are friends today, my daughter's father. So I'm thankful for that, but it was a very difficult season in my life. You want to talk about abuse? Not only was it physically abuse, it was mental abuse, which, as you know, can sometimes be just as hard as physical abuse. You know, when someone is telling you that you're not worth anything, when someone is telling you that you won't be anything, when someone is telling you that, you know, you'll never amount to nothing, sometimes you actually will question that. If you hear it enough, even if you know that, you know, you're a good person, you're working hard every day, you're doing all the things that you need to do to be a good citizen, or whatever you might want to say, a good mother, all of those things. But when somebody is constantly telling you that you won't, you can't, and nobody cares, you kind of take that on and wonder, is that so? But I'm here to tell you it is not so. I was able to overcome those things, and I'm thankful for that. So that's just one situation, and I have to say that forgiveness is key. When someone you know has done you wrong and has hurt you in any kind of way, remember that forgiveness covers a multitude of sins, and it will bless you and the other person in your life. And I'm happy to report that today, me and my ex-husband are functioning as parents for our daughter. So that's one situation. The other situation that I had to endure was the loss of my dear, beloved sister. She is truly a sister, one of the nicest, sweetest people that you would ever meet. We were very close. We were only a year and 11 months apart. So when she went to middle school, the following year I was going to middle school. You know, junior high, same thing. High school, same thing. So just a very close relationship growing up. When she moved to Denver, Colorado, eventually I moved to Denver, Colorado. When we lived together for 8 years. Whenever I moved, she would move a block around the corner. We had a key to each other's house. So just, you know, I want to set the foundation for the type of relationship that we had. We had a true sister relationship. She was like the second mom to my daughters. So to lose her to suicide was devastating, not only to me, but of course to my mother. And my sister, unfortunately, had breast cancer. And it wasn't the cancer that killed her, it was depression. She got clinically depressed, severely depressed, and she had no hope. So she ended up with 3 suicide attempts. First one with pills. Second one, she put herself in a car, carbon dioxide. And the third, she took a gunshot wound to her head, and that is what killed her. All 3 times, I was the one who found her. The first 2, we were able to successfully get her to the hospital. But the third time, we didn't make it on time. So again, devastating. I did not think I would get through that. That was a situation, I almost want to cry right now. That was a situation that I know God brought me out of. But I was able to get through it. That first year was the most difficult year because it was the first of everything. It was the first birthday that she was gone. It was the first Christmas that she was gone. You know, the first Thanksgiving, every holiday, it was like I would re-grieve and re-mourn because she wasn't there for the first time to be a part of it. But I'm so thankful that my entire family, you know, we sought counseling. We, shared how we felt. We went along the path. We didn't isolate ourselves. We were able to really just receive love from everyone that was in our lives at that time to help get us through that. I can even report to you today that my mother is doing well. And I was so worried about her mainly, but she is doing well today. And one of the reasons why she's doing well today is because she's able to give back. When you take a tragic situation and you turn it around and you start giving to those that might be going through what you've gone through, you'll find yourself being healed of those devastating situations when you give back. Even when you think you can't do it, that's the time to do it because it's going to help you the most as well. The other thing that I can actually report to you is that my husband has been unfaithful. And for every woman knows that an unfaithful husband is like the worst betrayal. It's like the betrayal of all betrayals. What wife would want their husband to be unfaithful to them in their marriage relationship, in their covenant relationship? That was devastating. I thought I was his queen bee, the be-all, the everything. I would have never thought that he would have desired to be with someone else outside of our relationship. But again, I was able to get through that, forgive, and move forward in my marriage. I am happy to report that we are still together today, working on our relationship and, supporting each other in our weaknesses, because I'm not perfect either. I'm not perfect, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I can honestly say that if you will open yourself to new beginnings, every time a traumatic situation or a trial or a situation comes into your life, that if you fight the good fight of faith, as we say, you'll come out like gold. You can't ever give up. As long as there is breath in you and your heart is beating and you know that there's a plan for your life, you got to continue to move forward. So I want to encourage you. Those are just 3 serious things. There's other things that I've gone through, but I think these are 3 serious things that you can look at and say, okay, this person, Linnea, could end up being a sour, bitter, angry, unhappy, looking for pity from others, type of person. That's not, what God has for me, and that's not what I want for myself. I want to be happy. I want to be whole. I want to be healed. I want to possess what dreams and desires I have in my heart. There's still things that I know that I was put on this earth to do, and I want to do them. So I hope that helps give you some insight on who I am and where I'm going in this journey in my life. Thank you.